Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah ma ba'd. The question is asking about kunya. What is kunya? What is the ruling on kunya? And should we take a kunya for ourselves? Now, in the Sharia and even Arab culture, there are 4 different ways that you can name yourself. We have a proper noun, which is known as an ism. So my ism is Arif, and your ism may be Muhammad, and his ism may be Salih. Ism, that is your proper noun. That is what you are known by. That is the name that your parents have given you. That's an ism. Then you have the tasghir form of your name. Now the tasghir form is where you make a dhamma on the beginning and then you add a kasra on the second letter and then you put a ya with it as well. So, for example, Salih becomes Sulayh or Sulayh or Suwaylih. Ahmad becomes Humayd. Dhamma, kasra, ya. Humayd. Abdullah becomes Ubayd. This is known as a tasghir form, and this is, I think, something which is connected to the Arabic language because the ulama of Nahwu and Sarf have talked about it, the grammarians. And it is, I would say, something which is incorporated in Arab culture. So this is something I feel that a lot of people might not know about, but this is the tasghir form. And it is different to number 3, which is a laqab. A laqab is a nickname. Now, a nickname could be connected to your name, or it could be connected to a characteristic that you have. So we have one of the famous ulama from the Salaf, A'mash. We have others from the ulama, they were known by their laqab only, by their nicknames. And then we have the kunya. And the kunya is when you call yourself by Abu or something. Abu for males and for females. Now the ulama have explained, as Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah mentions, that when a person takes a kunya, not only is this respect for yourself, but this is respect given by others towards you when they address you with your kunya. It's a sign of respect. Hence, Abu Bakr, whose real name is Abdullah ibn Abi Quhafa, Abdullah ibn Abi Quhafa, his kunya, Abu Bakr. Umar, Abu Hafs. Ali, Abu Turab. Aisha radiallahu anha narrates in the narration in Abu Dawood, which is authentic inshallah. She says, Ya Rasulullah, all of your wives have a kunya except me. So give me a kunya. So the Messenger of Allah called her Abdullah, after her nephew, Abdullah bin Zubayr bin Awam, radiallahu anhuma. With this, we learn that a person can be single, a person can have children, a person may be attributed in their kunya to a person that they are related to or not related to. The kunya basically can be chosen by either a person choosing a name that they want for themselves, and this happens with a lot of people who have been given names that are not Islamic or Arab sounding names. So for reverts or something like that, they're given a name by their parents and they might want to have Arab Muslim sounding names, so they can say kunya. Or the kunya could be attributed to one of their children. Now the ulama have said it's preferable that it's your eldest child, because the Messenger of Allah gave a kunya to a person and he called him Abu Shuraih. But the ulama have mentioned you can have a kunya connected to any one of your children, but it's preferable for the elder. Or the kunya could be connected to a characteristic that you've got. So Abu Hurairah was connected to the kitten, so the Messenger of Allah used to call it Abu Hurairah, Abu Hir. Therefore the kunya has one of 3 ways that you can decide what your kunya is going to be. But what we have learned from all of this is that the Messenger of Allah choosing a kunya for his wife Aisha shows us that it is something which is recommended, it is a form of respect, and it is something that the Salaf definitely engaged in. We also now need to understand, as Ibn Qayyim mentions, that the name or the laqab or the kunya that you give yourself can have a good impact in a person or a bad impact in a person. It can definitely affect the personality and the mindset of a person. Therefore, names have an influence, and we have been encouraged to choose good names. So if you are going to choose a kunya, then choose a good one. With this, the example that some of the scholars have given is that, for example, if a person is called Muhammad, he is praiseworthy. Now, this praiseworthiness could be used in a good way, it could be used in a bad way. He could be praiseworthy for piety and iman and doing good deeds, etc. And he is definitely a person who is Muhammad. But that same Muhammad could be a person who is praised for doing bad. Therefore, a person might find a person, his name is Muhammad, and he's not practicing at all, and they think, well, how is that possible? His name is Muhammad, he's got such a beautiful name. We will say, yes, the name carries some way, and it's possible, as Ibn Qayyim says, it's not always the case, but it's possible that the name has an influence on the characteristics and the personality of an individual. Therefore, Ibn Qayyim mentions that if you are going to choose names and you are going to choose kunyas, etc., make sure that it is a good one. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, this is another very important condition. So this is the second condition, I would say, when you're choosing a name or a kunya, that you are not allowed to choose names that people are not happy with. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَنَابَزُوا بِالْأَلْقَابِ. Do not give each other nicknames or names that they are not happy with. And if a person was to do that, then this would be a major sin, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts in the context of ghiba, etc. These are some of the rulings, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He calls us by the best names in the dunya and in the akhirah. Allahu a'lam wa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.